Pardon? You don't want it?
No.
No worries.
I know where you are.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll see ya. There you go, mate.
Trowunna is owned and operated by a private Tasmanian family company, and it receives no support from outside bodies to assist in the running of the sanctuary. All the costs of running Trowunna are covered by their visitors with the price of their entry and purchases made in the store or online.
Wow.
Trowunna runs 5 separate conservation programs at a significant cost. One of these programs is the Save the Tasmanian Devil program and has seen Trowunna contribute in excess of $3 million of support over the last 14 years alone. With every purchase you make, the funds will go directly to help run the sanctuary and make a difference for the future of Tasmania's incredible wildlife. The animals you see on display are there for one of several reasons. They are part of a breeding program, they are being rehabilitated for soft release, or they are unable to be released back into the wild and are given quality of life.
How about you come right out and come for a little... Hey! Hey! Oh, you're a rat bag. Hey! Alright. So... okay, so these guys went extinct on mainland around 50 years ago. So they are, unfortunately, Tassie is their last stronghold, and unfortunately that's the way it's going at the moment. Their numbers have declined down here in Tassie as well. In 2009 there was a bit of a study done, and they did find that the population had declined about 50% in 10 years. So they do need help down here in Tassie, and that's why we do this sort of thing. It's all about education. Without education we'll start losing more and more animals, so that's what it's all about. Alright, now Tallow is she's about 4 months of age now, so she's still very young. She's still got quite a bit of growing to do. She's sitting at about, let's say, about 350 grams. Females get up to around the 1,200 grams fully grown. Males can get up to around around 2 kilograms fully grown. So males are always going to be a bit bigger. I am raising 2 of these guys, Tallow and Huxley. Huxley's a boy. And yeah, these 2 are going to be great little ambassador animals once they get older. As she's getting a bit older, she is fighting a bit of instinct there. You can see she's a little bit skittish. That's what's going to happen for a little bit. But as you can see there, she likes to go for a bit of a climb. Now these guys aren't quite as arboreal as, say, your spotted tail quoll, which is the other species of quoll we have here. And because they don't get as big either, this does mean that that's why they're predated on by feral cats and foxes, and that's why they're wiped out on mainland. Now, we don't have foxes in Tasmania, but we do have a pretty terrible cat problem. Cats down here in Tassie are quite bad, you know, really, really shocking. So, unfortunately, that is quite a big problem for these guys. Oh, that's a decent amount of time. So in these 2 enclosures here, guys, we've got mums with some little ones on them. They're in protection mode at the moment, so don't reach in there and try and pat them, because they probably will bite you. So they're in protection mode at the moment.
Okay.
All right. I might go put this little one away because she's being a little skittish. What we'll do is we'll head on over.
Buzz.
You guys are interested in me in about, just yell out and I can tell you what I know about them. Alrighty, so we'll head on over this way, guys. In this corner we've got a little devil in here I'm going to pick up.
Trowunna is a wildlife sanctuary with a difference. It's a privately owned wildlife sanctuary where native Tasmanian fauna and flora thrive. Trowunna started caring for Tasmania's native animals in 1979, and it continues to be at the forefront of conservation and education in the state. The sanctuary is currently involved in 5 separate conservation breeding programs that will ensure the survival of these threatened and endangered species. The sanctuary has 70 acres of natural habitat to wander around and enjoy with free-ranging kangaroos and waterfall to hand feed along the way. They also have their renowned daily interactive guided tours, which provide a wonderful, intimate, and educational experience for the whole family.
Overtime, any perfumes or anything people have got on, they're going to be able to smell them. Sensory overload right now. She's going, oh my God, what is that smell? These guys have an incredible smell out there. So in the wild, smelling a carcass from a kilometre away, because these guys mainly eat carrion, things that are already dead. They have a very good sense of smell so that they can lure them into a carcass. Once they find a carcass, you can see that head there, massive head. Head's probably a little bit too big for their body. That is because that jaw there has that head compensates for a very strong jaw pressure. So for the size of animal they do actually have one of the strongest bites in the world, and that allows them to bite through bone, consume whole entire carcasses. They'll eat the skull, they'll eat absolutely everything and not leave anything behind. Now, because they mainly eat carrion out there in the wild, that's why they've evolved to eat so much of that, and they're capable of putting a lot of it away. Is that sun in your eyes, guys? Do we want to turn around this way so you don't not blind yourselves? There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it?
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, extremely good jaw pressure. Now, looking at these ears, you can probably see there, guys, them ears are quite thin. They don't have much hair on them, and they got that red tinge to them. So what they actually use their ears to do is regulate their body temperature. So like a dog, they don't have sweat glands. They are going to disperse that heat through their ears when they're getting quite warm. On a day like today, they'll jump in the water and go for a bit of a swim. This is quite a warm day for them. You know, Tassie doesn't get that hot compared to, say, mainland, and that's why they still exist down here in Tasmania. It's a very good climate for them. And that one over there is the male. Now, the reason I can tell that that's the male, you guys might be already be able to see it, but one, size, you can see how much bigger he is, and two, scarring. He is older than these girls. These girls are 2 years of age. He is 3, so he's going to be bigger already. Another way to tell is scarring. You can see all that scarring on his cheeks. That's from male-male conflict. They grab hold of each other's cheeks and they shake and they tear each other apart. The scarring on the bum, that's from the female actually attacking the male once the female's had enough of the male in the breeding season. That's why males end up more scarred on the bum.
Okay.
Alrighty. The name. If we look at them ears right now, guys, you can see that the ears are almost glowing. In the first thing in the morning, them ears are going to, especially throughout winter when they want to bask in the sun, super cold morning, might be a heap of frost around. That normally means the sun's going to be coming out. These guys will be on top of their nest boxes basking in the sun, and that's why them ears are just glowing bright red at the moment. So really, really cool. Type of wallaby we have down here in Tasmania. It's in one full piece, but it's not a full paddy melon. Like I said before, these guys probably don't really need a big feed, especially that boy there, he's looking quite big. They don't need a big feed, but they are a good group to feed on tour, so they're all hanging around and we should keep it nice and interesting. So yes, in the bucket I do have paddy melon. These guys do feed in groups in the wild, and that's how the tumour spreads from devil to devil so quickly. Alright, so you would think these guys are starving with the way they're carrying on. Just wait. Okie dokie. Alright, So I know it can be a bit, you know, a bit much for some people. You know, animals feeding on other animals. But here at Trowunna, we're not going to hide this. This is what they do in the wild. They play tug of war with their food, they get stuck into it, and this is nature, this is what they do. They play a very important role out there, pulling apart carcasses, cleaning up the bush. Anything that has died of disease, these guys will come in, they'll consume them animals, and that will stop the spread of disease going to other living things. So they play a very, very important role. All right, now like I said before, guys,
Trowunna has free interactive daily tours at 11 a.m., 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. included in your entry fee. These interactive tours include making friends with a wombat and meeting a Tasmanian devil. This 45-minute interaction also includes viewing the dynamic Tasmanian devil social feeding. They do not require prior booking for the interactive tours. The general admission for adults is $35, concession is $28, children from 3 to 15 years old is $20.
a map of the park. We're here where the star is. Entrance and exit through the door behind. Toilets are out the front to the left. On the back are a few things you might like to look for when walking around. Would you go and have fun?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Smile. All about Tasmazia. Since the first maize was planted in 1987, at the time the largest maize in the world, Tasmazia and the village of Lower Crackpot have been loved by thousands of visitors from around the world, forming an essential stop on the route of every reputable tourist attraction company in Tassie. The challenging mazes and whimsical village, as well as the fun park embassy gardens, are a much-needed escape from everyday life, and are located in the aptly named Promised Land, a beautiful spot in the heart of Crackpot Mountain and Lakes District, one of the most popular Tassie natural attractions and a perennial favorite with tour agency bodies. Those looking for a peaceful experience here can enjoy one stunning lavender farm and breathtaking views of Mount Roland. They are open 7 days a week, including all public holidays except Christmas Day. No pets are allowed, but guide dogs and assistance animals are welcome. They are open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and the last maize entry is at 3 p.m. Entry fees for adults is $34, and for children from 4 to 15 is $16. The village of Lower Crackpot is a quirky model village built to 1/5 scale with plenty of unusual sights to see. And take a trip around the world in their embassy gardens with buildings dedicated to over 40 countries, as well as a few imaginary ones just for fun. Hey guys, we hope that you like our video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so. Thank you, stay tuned, and we'll see you on our next video. Thank you, bye bye.